Supporting documentation. Marriage certificate. Communication records, showing date of being blocked, evidence of actual nikah date and officiants/witnesses, Wali Ibrahim Hamida and Imam Ali al-Shahari, screenshots of social media changes. Public records confirming Allah Hazim Hamida's professional and personal details. Any other relevant documentation. Available upon request. Formal statement regarding marital status, conception timeline, public perception manipulation, roles of officers and witnesses, and the Shahada Nikah sequence. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am submitting this statement to clarify the facts of my marriage to Allah Hazim Hamida, the timeline of her actions, the manipulation of public perception through her social media activity, the roles of those who officiated and witnessed the subsequent Nikah ceremony, and the significant events surrounding the Shahada of Christopher Marcel Burns. My aim is to ensure transparency, protect my rights, and seek guidance in accordance with Islamic principles. Marriage and separation timeline. Marriage date, December 26, 2022. Officiant, Ali al-Shahari, Amo Ali, served as the officiant, Imam, for the marriage contract. Wali, guardian Ibrahim Hamida, acted as the bride's Wali, guardian, and is also her uncle. Witnesses, Eric Strazabasco and Ali al-Shahari, Amo Ali, served as witnesses to the marriage contract. Wife's full name, Allah Hazim Hamida, Ph.D., Instructor of Social Work and Psychology, Eugene, Oregon, NPI registered healthcare provider, age listed as 38 in public records, address, 689 East 19th Avenue, Eugene, Oregon. Separation/blocked, July 4, 2024, Allah Hazim Hamida blocked me and ceased all contact. Current status, as of April 15, 2025, we remain Islamically and legally married. No divorce, talaq or khula, has taken place. No witnesses to any divorce or khula have been presented, and no iddah has been observed. Conception and Nikah timeline. Wife's announced due date, November 2025. Estimated conception, based on a standard 38-week gestation, conception likely occurred in mid-February 2025, directly coinciding with Valentine's Day, a date widely associated with romantic relationships and, in many cultures, extramarital or non-marital liaisons. Claim Nikah date, on social media November 11, 2024. Actual Nikah date, witnessed and documented March 8, 2025. Officiated and witnessed by Ibrahim Hamida, as Wali, and Imam Ali al-Shahari, Amo Ali, the same individuals involved in our original marriage. Islamic ruling. According to Islamic law, if a child is conceived out of wedlock and the marriage occurs less than 6 lunar months before delivery, the child cannot be ascribed to the husband. In this case, conception occurred before the actual nikah and less than 6 months before the expected delivery, making the child Islamically fatherless and the subsequent marriage invalid for legitimizing the child. Special note, Shahada and invalid nikah sequence. On March 7, 2025, Christopher Marcel Burns publicly declared his Shahada, testimony of faith, and entered Islam. I, as the first Muslim brother present, embraced him and welcomed him into the faith, completely unaware at the time that this event was taking place the day before an invalid nikah ceremony with my wife, Allah Hazim Hamida. The following day, March 8, 2025, Imam Ibrahim Hamida, her uncle and Wali, and Ali al-Shahari, Amo Ali, officiant, conducted a marriage ceremony between Christopher Marcel Burns and Allah Hazim Hamida, despite the fact that I remained her legal and Islamic husband, with no divorce, talaq or khula, having taken place and no iddah observed. Implications: the proximity of the Shahada and the Nikah, and my own role in welcoming Christopher to Islam, underscores the gravity of the subsequent actions and the breach of trust involved. The Nikah was invalid under Islamic law, as Allah Hazim Hamida was still married to me at the time. This sequence of events further highlights the manipulation of religious and communal processes to construct a false narrative and legitimize an unlawful relationship. Emphasizing the Valentine's Day occasion in the affair, the conception of the child around Valentine's Day 2025, while Allah Hazim Hamida was still married to me and before any valid Islamic divorce, underscores the affair's illicit nature. In Islam, Valentine's Day is discouraged or prohibited, as it is rooted in non-Islamic traditions and often promotes romantic relationships outside of marriage. The alignment of conception with this day further highlights the seriousness of the violation, especially given the subsequent efforts to manipulate public perception and legitimize the relationship retroactively. The use of a day like Valentine's Day for an affair, especially by someone with knowledge of Islamic teachings and by a partner who was a public figure in spiritual or psychological fields, Christopher Marcel Burns, a practicing Jayatishi at the time, compounds the gravity of the transgression. It is not just a personal betrayal but a public and spiritual one, undermining trust and values within the community. Manipulation of public perception via social media profile changes. Ala Hazim Hamida has altered her Facebook profile to display an age 10 years younger and has backdated her marriage to November 11, 2024. Narrative construction. She is publicly promoting the idea that her new relationship and pregnancy are legitimate and long-standing, despite the actual nikah occurring after conception. Purpose. These actions appear to be a deliberate attempt to construct a false narrative, likely to avoid social, professional, and religious scrutiny, and to legitimize the new family in the eyes of the public. Relevant insights. Social media manipulation often involves the intentional creation and dissemination of false information to shape public perception. Tactics include altering personal details, backdating events, and curating posts to present a desired image, which can mislead the community and obscure the truth. Community and religious concerns. Invalid nikah. The new marriage is invalid under Islamic law, as Ala Hazim Hamida was still married to me and no proper divorce or iddah was observed. Child status. The child, conceived before the actual nikah, cannot be Islamically ascribed to the new husband. Ethical and social harm. The manipulation of public perception undermines trust, causes confusion, and may harm the reputation of all parties involved, including the officiants and witnesses who failed to uphold their responsibilities. Request for guidance and action. I respectfully request religious guidance on how to address this situation and protect my rights. Community support to correct public misrepresentations and uphold Islamic procedure. Clarification for all parties regarding the true timeline, the roles of the officiants and witnesses, and the Islamic rulings that apply. Jazakum Allahu khairan for your attention and support. Sincerely, Hamza.